따단딴 애매하지. 아, 힘들어. 눈꽃 봐.
My father is the most powerful druid in the woodland realm. Some say that he is the woodland realm. He knows every bush, each insect here. He has conversations with nature and knows things that no one else is aware of. Unfortunately, he's got a few communication issues. His similes concerning nature take a bit of getting used to. Pa?
Yes, Poppet?
Hypothetically, if Cheep Cheep had to transport something heavy through the air, how could I help him do it?
You could ask me to give him the necessary strength. Which you have just done, have you not?
Really?
Of course. But the effect would not last long enough to transport you to, let's say, Seastone.
He doesn't need to do that. It's just a short distance.
All right. Bring me some sunflower seeds.
What exactly do you want to do with the sunflower seeds?
You'll see. It will make Cheep Cheep strong enough to carry even a heavy load for a short while.
I have a few sunflower seeds. Here.
Good. Keep still.
That's it.
Just give Cheep Cheep these seeds to eat shortly before he starts on his journey.
Thanks. Whatever you did to those sunflower seeds looked like magic to me.
Oh no, it was the opposite of magic. Nature, life, pure life.
And what exactly do you mean by that?
Listen to the wind in the willows and the mole and the toad. They know the answer.
Enlighten me, Father.
Evil-smelling murlocs, deep in prayer, anger the humorless gods.
Understood. I've got quite a lot to think about.
Goodbye, little daughter.
뭐야?
See you later, Father. Hey, Cheep. Father's changed the sunflower seeds. Well, can you feel anything?
괜찮지?
어.
Now, don't exaggerate.
더 낫지.
어.
Okay, here.
어?
Oh, I hope it works. But what's he gonna be like when he's super cheap? He's got enough of an exaggerated opinion of himself as it is. I wish there was something to it. I'm pregnant. I just... The medicine book is a bad-tempered, grumpy old trout. But I do think it knows what it's talking about. Oh, that's overdoing it a bit. I thought you just wanted to deliver the pot of gold. You deserve it. It's really in there, is it? Our hippogriff? Why did the stud put it in there? Couldn't they have just let it fly back with you? You mean it was in the box already? You didn't actually see it? Huh, I'd love to have your trust. Oh well, at least it's pretty lively. It's really in there, is it? Our hippogriff? Why did the stud put it in there? Couldn't they... You mean it was in the box already? Huh, I'd love to... Oh well, at least it... Cheap blind purchase the hippogriff. His trust in the Aculeus stud is far greater than his mistrust of humankind's capacity to deceive. Relax, I'm on it. You've still got the receipt, haven't you, Chief? The little chap has enough strength to demolish a heavy wooden box. That's a pretty good sign.
Huh?
The floor of the box has been covered with
알았어, 내가
newspaper.
볼게.
I wonder how long the hippogriff had to cope with being in there.
어? 오늘은
Cheap? Didn't the hippogriff in the magazine look a bit different to this? Bigger, bit more griff and a bit less hippo? Is this the effect of the epidemic? Mother said it changed things. Cheap? Didn't they... Is this the effect of the... You are strong enough, aren't you? You were able to demolish that box just now. Can you carry me as far as Seastone? Right then.
가자.
The Archmage. Murdered? By Wilbur Weathervane? There's something strange afoot, Cheap. Mark my words. I don't believe a word of it. Someone's responsible for this epidemic and someone wants to hurt our friends. Away to Seastone.
와우. 일단 음악은 좋은 것 같아.
My name is Weathervane, Professor Weathervane.
You want to teach us?
Well, yes. Why not?
You're a gnome. Gnomes can't do magic.
I can, and have. During my mage training, Yes?
My mother also says that you should not be a teacher. But I think you're great, Professor.
Oh, thank you.
Say, Professor, what exactly is the magic constant? How long must Veritaserum mature? What can you tell us about ancient magic runes?
You seem to really know a lot about magic.
More than you, anyway. Maybe we should switch places.
Maybe you should shut your... we never talked to teachers like that in my day.
What we do in mine, we'd like to have answers to our questions.
I will answer all your questions, but not now. It's time for History of Magic.
Then I have a history question. As everyone knows, gnomes are completely incompetent when it comes to magic. To be exact, only one great gnome mage has appeared in the last 800 years. He defeated Gremar, the last of the great dragons. What was the name of that last great gnome mage?
I just need a drink of water. Frog in my throat.
Ha!
Oh man, Master Marcus warned me that the students would test me the first few hours, but this is a nightmare. I don't know all of these things. I know nothing. Easy, boy, easy. Think, Wilbur, think.
뭐야, 그거는?
A beautiful golden-eared trumpet. One of my predecessors must have laid it up there. A very tall predecessor. The entire school building is a bit scary. No one knows exactly where it was the last 20 years. It disappeared overnight and then reappeared just as suddenly once the war ended. There's a lot of magic in these old walls. The stove is always on, for example, and even though I've never put any wood in it. A magical stove is a fine thing in winter, but in the summer, this small room could quickly become sweltering. Ow! That stone is definitely more than just warm. This is Fridolin, my rabbit sheep. I had to cast the transformation spell during my mage training. And this is the result. I think we make a good team. A young mage and his rabbit sheep fighting side by side as a force for good. Unfortunately, Fridolin doesn't do much other than lay in bed and eat. We still have to convince him it's important. Well, buddy? What are you eating there? Hey, that's my notepad. I might still need that notepad. Hey, I thought we were a team. Fridolin gets pretty grumpy when he's hungry. Truth be told, he's always hungry. Well, buddy? What are you eating there? Hey, that's my notepad. The bed is pretty cozy. It's so cozy that Fridolin is curled up in it. But that's okay. Friends share. And he lets me sleep at the foot end. Earlier, in a situation like this, I would have holed up in bed and hoped that everything would somehow take care of itself. But those days are gone. I'm a professor of magic, and I have to solve my own problems. The bed is pretty cozy, but that's all. The teddy is just, a keepsake and some moral support from home. Soft and cuddly moral support. These are the aviator goggles that my granddad gave me before my first trip to Seastone. Well, pair of aviator goggles. The original pair was lost when Grandad fired me out of the cannon. That's when I found out Grandad has a whole box of these goggles. Every time he tries to persuade some idiot to do something stupid, he makes a rousing speech and then hands over his old aviator goggles. A bowl of fresh, cool water for my roommate. There's no way I'm taking a bowl with me. I mean, how am I supposed to put a bowl of water into my pocket without getting my robe soaking wet? It's not like I can just carry anything around. But I could use the bowl here in the room. Do you want some water, Friedlin? He seems to be hungry more than anything. Do you want some water, Friedlin? He seems to be hungry more than anything. A bowl of fresh... My whole family stayed in the White Ridge Mountains. Why would they even want to come to Seastone? This isn't their world. Little Sydney can walk now and reach everything that's on the workbenches. That tripled her invention output. Maggie doesn't build battle robots anymore since the war is over. Now she's experimenting with computing machines. But Grandad said there's no future in it. It wasn't easy to tell them I'm not an engineer but a mage instead. Mum said she'd always suspected it. My wand! The King of Thieves got it for me during my mage training. He and the other rats have been tirelessly helping to rebuild the city in recent months. They work closely with the Archmage, albeit mostly in secret. I still haven't figured out exactly how it works. Sometimes it performs the most amazing magic, and sometimes it can't even perform the simplest of tasks. Archmage Alistair's promised to have a look at it sometime. Maybe it has a loose connection or something. Mages use balls like this to communicate over long distances. Master Marcus explained it to me. He'll know how I can tame those unruly students. So, what was that number again? 64731?
Hello.
Ah! Oh, wrong number! I can't remember Master Marcus's number. I had it written in my notebook. This is my contract, signed by the Archmage. I'm the first teacher in the School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. At least, the first since the school reappeared. At first I didn't want to accept. I know almost nothing about magic. But Master Alistair said there are very few mages left, and I had completed mage training faster than anyone else. I was the right person for the job. I wanted to help and learn more about magic, so I agreed. Hopefully that was the right decision. I wouldn't want to disappoint Master Alistair. It looked like this before I ever moved in. Generations of teachers must have left their stuff here. I like it. The school has a history, and when I have time, I'll rummage through it. Mages use balls like this to heal no... I've thought a few times about whether I should try to fully transform Friedlin into a sheep, or back